Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you are doing well. I'm popping on to pull us a reading for the collective energy today to find out what is going on for you. We're beginning with the Earth Magic cards because just a few moments ago we had some music playing. It sounded like we had some Morris dancers dancing with all sorts of wonderful flutes and bells. Sounded like magic in the air. So I thought I'd pull us an earth magic. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We have clouds, shape-shifting. Okay. Things are changing. Perhaps you're changing. It's all about change. Okay. Whatever perhaps was turbulent, no longer feels that way. The storm is passing. These clouds are moving on. Shape-shifting. Hey, the things are changing, times are changing, perhaps you're changing. We also have waterfall, effortless. So perhaps you're changing. You're releasing. Perhaps you've had to release a lot of tears, in order for you to shape shift, in order for these clouds to dissipate. You've had to release a lot of emotion. And now it flows effortlessly. You're much more able to express yourself and to express your emotions, how you're feeling and what's going on for you. Dreamtime, creation. Feels as though you are certainly connecting to yourself. In a more healing and therapeutic way. We have some Morris dancers back. Top of the deck, Green Man, Synergy, and Dance. Here we go, that's the Morris dancers. Let's flip the deck. Blessings. Your life is changing. This is blessing. Your life is filling with blessings. This music, this dance, this time of celebration is just a confirmation of that for you today. Let's pull some more cards. And then we shall open some guidebooks and see what else would like to come through. Got the Keepers of the Light. Not pulled from the Keepers of the Light for a little while, so thank you. Keepers of the Light. Yes, as I was saying, we've not pulled from this deck for a while. I had to pause for a moment because I was talking right outside the window. So let's begin again. Hopefully we can get you a reading. Let's find out some more about this energy. So we have clouds and shape-shifting, and we have waterfall, effortless. Okay, you're moving away from that darkness, from the murky clouds that you're allowing your emotions to flow, and you're connecting more in a more healthier way with your emotions and being able to express this. Wow, as I stop shuffling, and we have Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth at the bottom of the deck. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So you are indeed speaking your truth, allowing yourself to be real and true, allowing yourself to be honest about how it is that you feel. Been speaking up, you've been the voice of truth. And that's because you are indeed healing. You've been receiving divine healing from Hilarion. It says to honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. And with this dreamtime energy, creation, it's picking up that you're connecting with yourself, and you have indeed been healing and finding healthier ways to express your emotions and how you feel. You are indeed a sensitive soul. And it's okay to have deep emotions and deep feelings. And there may be times when it feels overwhelming for you, and it's at these times that you can call on Archangel Hilarion. Hilarion, Archangel. I'll open the book and find out more about our card and Hilarion soon. But indeed, that's the message. Let's continue. We also have charity prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask, and you shall receive. My avatar, Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Holy amethyst, divine alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. As clouds are passing, you are allowing these emotions, allowing your tears to flow. This is healing, this is cleansing. It's okay to speak your truth. What's next? We're picking up the guidebook, that's what we're doing. So we have clouds, shapeshifter. Some more light. When tiny droplets of water or frozen crystals are surrounded by billions of other droplets of crystals, a cloud is formed. Each of these tiny droplets diffuse and scatter light so that the tops of the clouds are white, then fade to grey towards the base. The nature of cloud formations affects our mood, as well as the temperature on the ground and in the air. Their shape, movement, and coloration tells us what weather to expect in the near future. And they nourish our visual hunger during breathtaking sunrises and sunsets. Most of us have had an opportunity at one time or another to notice the shapes and forms clouds take as they drift gently or boldly across the sky, constantly shifting and changing, adjusting themselves to the requirements of their nature. When we take time to simply observe, we can see the cloud people, images that are an elegant collaboration between nature and our imagination. Interesting. In both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shapeshift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, and even mannerisms, such as facial expressions, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these along with your internal attitude, you can actually display different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you depending on the degree in which your persona contrasts with the one they are most familiar with. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust as necessary. Lift your head, square your shoulders, and stand tall, such that your chest and heart open to the world. And note how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Then let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest inward an inch or two, and let your head drop a little. Observe how this feels. Experiment with contracting your aura, then expand it as far as you comfortably can. By this kind of shape shifting, you can consciously choose your expression into the world. Just remember, you are. You are in charge of your life. Just remember who you are at the core. Remember who you are at the core. And that's very interesting because that takes me into something that was coming to me a few days ago, but I didn't pull a reading on it because other energies were taking over at the time. It was how you may be bumping into people that you've perhaps not seen for a couple of decades, a long time. But they remember you, it's what they remember of you that counts. And you may be surprised because they remember who you are, because they met you already. And perhaps they met your pureness already, your goodness. Perhaps they could already see into the core of you. And perhaps it's been a couple of decades and you bump into these people and they remind you of who you are. Interesting. Okay. Our next card, we have Waterfall. Effortless. Water naturally flows from higher to lower ground. eventually finding its way to the ocean. I just had to check that I'd read all of the last message, and I had. One of nature's most exquisite and dynamic demonstrations of this fact is the waterfall. Graceful, powerful, and effortless, she can take our breath away with her cascading beauty. She readily flows around that which may otherwise impede. She's extremely patient, persistent, and skillful in the way she ever so gradually shapes and carves her passageways down the slope of the mountain. Note how the waterfall forms ribbons that accord with the artistry of the stone faces she descends, joining the calmer pool for a rest before she continues her journey. There is no strain or stress in this movement. The water simply follows natural law in the interaction between the formations of the precipice that she traverses and the powerful fluidity and adaptability of her flow. Effortless. You have come to the edge of your comfort zone and find yourself fighting to resist moving past that perceived precipice of who you are, how you can be, or what you can do. Spirit is asking you to step beyond the edge and allow yourself to do so with ease rather than struggle. Yes, at times, physical exertion is necessary, but when performed with fluidity and grace, even when the task seems daunting, you'll find that the movement moves you effortlessly. Approach the present situation or relationship with awareness and grace. Do not try to make it effortless. That just creates more strain. The key word here is to allow. This is not a time to fight, but to surrender to the will of spirit, even if you are being asked to let go completely and tumble into the brink of creation itself. You will find the waters there to be ultimately still and calm. Keep your focus on your solar plexus and breath, breathing through any tension, relaxing and yielding to the movement that is occurring at any given moment makes your life effortless. So, you are being asked to let go completely and tumble into the brink of creation itself. So let's move on to creation. Oh, it's dream time. Dream time. Okay. The dream time is an individual's or group's spiritual template, including songs and stories that have been handed down for at least 60,000 years. Although Aborigines, I can't speak. Although Aborigines would say that they've existed since the beginning of time, in one such tradition, there's a creation story involving the didgeridoo, which is essentially a hollowed out log that emits a droning sound when played. In this card, we see that a spirit man plays the didgeridoo. The world is sung into existence. Note the various beings and colours and structures of the land that are being carved and created, all carrying spirit that has been breathed into them. Close your eyes, tune into your breathing, and allow yourself to sink deeply into the heart of the living creation that you are. I mean, I can't ignore the dog barking. Divine Masculine's pretty anxious to get in touch with you, Divine Feminine. I feel as though whatever you've said recently, Divine Feminine, you know, it's helped to perhaps move things along a bit, to perhaps put an end to things that needed to end. It's helped you to move beyond the challenges because you faced the truth. You spoke the truth. You faced whatever fear perhaps had been getting in the way. And you opened up and expressed your feelings. And I'm feeling as though it's really moving the Divine Masculine energy into a new way of feeling. It's almost like now that you've spoken it, it's like they've understood what that was like for you. You know, when you put yourself in someone else's shoes, it's like that's what they've been doing. They were thinking about how that was for you. And it's really made them connect with their emotions. And it's like, their emotions were just flowing out of them. Whatever it was that you've said, it made them cry. It touched them. It made them cry. They thought what that was like for you. And it's, you know, it's really put them in touch with their emotions. There's some type of healing occurring between you for sure. And the Divine Masculine is, you know, he's coming to he's reaching a higher understanding, a higher level of understanding because of what you've expressed about it. And because of that, now you're able to move beyond these current challenges. It's like now that the Divine Masculine has been able to understand more because you've spoken up. This is helping you both to move beyond the challenges and to help you both focus back on what it is that you desire. Truth is being revealed. This is the top of the deck. They've received a truth from you, Divine Feminine. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm, and they're receiving much more information. I believe Mercury is in retrograde at this time, so you know, it may have felt difficult for them to be able to communicate, but I feel as though this is something that they know that they want to do. They do want to communicate. They will be communicating with you. It's almost like they could be writing out that message, you know, saving it in drafts until the time is right, because they do want to speak to you. They know that that is a divine order. They know that that's the right thing to do. Do what you feel is right. They know that that's the right thing to do, is to open up and to talk to you all about it. Well, to talk to you all about this magic that was being manifested. They want to talk to you about their dreams, their dreams, their goals. They want to talk to you about how to make those dreams and goals a reality with you, because yes, there's that higher learning. They have been receiving this higher learning. They've been reaching this higher level of understanding because of whatever it is that you've spoken up about, divine feminine, and now you're both able to focus on what you desire. You're both able to continue forward with a focused intention, thinking about what it is that you desire, with your sights set high.